Joe Robinson, resident of West Tampa since 1962, before and during segregation. Vice Chair of the West Tampa CRA CAC. Vice Chair of the West Tampa CDC. Second Vice President of the NAACP. Economic Development Chair of the NAACP. The West Tampa CRA CAC comments have been incorporated in a revised revision of these two agreements today. History is being made, Mr. Goose. How long you been talking about a community benefit agreement? How long me and you been fighting for it, man? Now it's at the table. It's here. You heard minority contracts being utilized. It's here. We've been waiting 60 years to get this kind of development in West Tampa, driven by the community, spoken by the community, the west side of the river speaking. We want this. We need this. It's gonna happen if you vote on it. You can debate it, but it's here. One other thing, sidebar action. First of all, we would love to have the permit for special events on Main Street coming up, item 14, and we need to have this appointment for this minority business development contract compliance officer, Mrs. Bonnie Ayler, item 18, back to ROMEYARD. Listen, man, I took a beating just like you, Carson, just like you, Goose, with the Tampa Bay Times and Charlie Frago, talking about I got kickbacks and all this nonsense. It's called tortuous interference with a contract. Keep messing with it, Times. I'm here to say this. Whether you like it or not, West Tampa is moving forward. Please don't stop us. Please don't put roadblocks in the way. We've come a long, long way. I've been dealing with this for over a year and a half. It's finally in front of you. It's finally for you to see what we've been working on. I've given all of my life and time on this, took the heat from everybody, including NAACP, the player haters, and everybody. But I'm here today to say that I'm standing up for what is right. I'm speaking out for what our community, my community, where I've been all my life in the Scaglione house. Charlie, you know how it is in West Tampa. See, Troll, don't be laughing.
I'm not laughing, I'm enjoying
it. All I
it.
can say in my last 30 seconds, I ask that you look at this. It has Cultural Arts Center. It has Workforce Center. It's giving the community what we want. We spent a lot of time on this, man. I spent a lot of my time free. F-R-E-E, free. Professional engineer, free. And with that, I'm gonna say, man, y'all can hear everything. I got a meeting at 1:30 that I'll be here unless they cancel it. And I'm gonna go out and smoke these Charlie, a Cuban cigar. My daughter brought it back from Nassau, Bahama, real Cuban. Okay, Romeo and Juliet, number 2, brother. That's all I'm gonna say. Give us a chance, and we ask that you give us favorable consideration this afternoon on these 2 resolutions for the land disposition agreement and for the community benefit agreement. Never been one. St. Pete ain't got one, Mr. Goose. Make history.
Thank you very much, sir. Who wants to follow Joe Robinson? All right, anybody else? If not, we're going to go to the virtual speakers. We have a few online. All right, seeing none. The first speaker I have is Mr. Michael Randolph.
Good morning, Michael. If you're on the line, please unmute yourself. You have 3 minutes to speak.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
My name is Michael Randolph. I'm with the West Tampa CDC, and I'm so happy that we gotten here to this particular point. But I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you how we got here and why we got here. First, with no money and no office, the West Tampa CDC has put together a deal that not only includes folks getting businesses to start their own businesses, but also we're going to turn this into an $80 million impact in West Tampa, just from the West Tampa side of the table. Why do we do this? We do this because in the poor community, so many times they're overlooked. They see buildings coming up, but they know they're going to be genocized out of here. You got mothers that I've spoken to, they're so afraid. You got people that don't have jobs, and they're so afraid that they're going to be genocized out of this particular community. So that being said, let me talk about the good things and our relationship with this ROMEYARD project. First of all, the West Tampa CDC wants to do a couple things. reduce gentrification, increase public safety by working with those with criminal records, increase generational wealth by building a black Wall Street in an African American community where people actually own businesses, and more importantly, create jobs into the city, increase sales taxes. 120 new resident jobs will be created. 120 new jobs will be created with an impact of over $88 million in terms of the projects that we bring to the table. We plan to address the issue of low income, those with criminal records, those that have risk, your seniors, and those with supplemental income. It's time for West Tampa. So many times we see development come, but we get gentrified. This time, we're doing it differently. I want to thank the residents of West Tampa. If you're on the streets of West Tampa, today we win. If you out of job and you're trying to figure out how you're going to pay your rent, but this deal right here, this time we win. I'm sorry I'm so passionate about it. Like Joe Robinson, we've been doing this for so long. But this time, it's time for West Tampa. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Next, I have Gene Strohmeyer.